What is up, guys? Your boy Ren here today, and well, today is a day that we have a lot of news to cover. So there's some part of news I want to cover tomorrow, but this one is huge. This one is big. This one even revolves me getting out those headphones because we finally know what the VMAX is going to be. We finally know that, and this is the question, right? That was this type of thing that was a mystery that we didn't know. It was like, oh man, is it going to be a power creep? Is it going to be super bad? No. And well, I'm gonna let you decide, is it super bad or is it not? Because to be quite honest, I think to some degree it's balanced, but let's just take a look. So we know VMeow and Snorlax now, and also VMAX versions of them, but first we're going to talk about VMeow itself, and let me just bam over here, that is a VMeow. I'm going to enlarge it for you a little bit. So as you can see, this is not like a crazy card, right? It is similar to EXs, so it's 180 HP basic Pokemon, which is Meow. It's a V card, right? It's a V basic, and it has 2 attacks. One, it's a payday for 1 energy, and you draw a card, deal 30 damage, and slashing claw for 130, and well, 3 energies, that's it. Resistance, non-weakness, fighting type, and when you knock it out, you take 2 prize cards. So this is something that we already knew about the cards, right? The evolve cards. But well, they show today the VMAX version of this card, the Gigantamax of this card, and we thought Gigantamax is gonna last like turn or two. Well, Gigantamax stays on the Pokemon. There's no text whatsoever that says that it doesn't. Maybe they're gonna change the rule, but as of right now, this is just an evolution, and looks like bam, it looks like that. So that is the card, and I want to have them like side by side. So Meow VMAX evolved from Meow, so it's like a stage 1, you might say, right? It says evolved from Meow V. It's a Gigantamax, and on the card, I looked at the card, there's nowhere to be seen a text that says it lasts 3 turns. I would wish it would last 3 turns, maybe the rule is going to be added, but as of right now, it does not last 3 turns. The HP goes up to 300, which is ridiculous if you think about it, and it has 1 attack, and all VMAXs will have 1 attack only, which is quite cool, and that is quite the balancing here. This has J-Max Gold Rush for 200 damage, and you draw 3 cards. Quite a good attack, unless for 300 HP, and you not only attack for 200 but you also draw 3 cards. That is really nice. Of course you have to evolve into it, and of course there's a downside where you knock it out, well, your opponent takes 3 prize cards, but still this is a really nice card. And well, the power creep is kind of real, right? So if they're gonna tell like, hey, after 3 turns you have to take it off and it goes to the discard pile, I can agree on that. That would be super cool, and I would love that, because that would, have to be like, oh, you can only VMAX once, and you have to strategize when you want to do, they will add another layer of strategy to it, and I would clearly like that. As of right now, there's nowhere to be seen anything like that. That probably is that it will stay. Maybe the rule is going to be can only have 1 VMAX Pokemon, but I don't think so. We'll see where this is gonna go. So now let's take a look at a Snorlax V, right? So we got a Snorlax V. I have a Japanese version here, so I don't really know what is the text. I don't have the translation of him, but assuming from what I see, right, 220 HP, 60 damage, and it says HP, so I'm assuming he heals some of the HP, and also second attack for 170 damage. So this looks like, and well, a Snorlax GX that you would think they would do, right? And really buffed Snorlax. But let's take a look at English version of the VMAX, the Gigantamax of this card, which looks bam, like that. First things first, looks gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, the card looks amazing. As you can see, it has 1 attack, but my problem is the HP. 340 HP. How can you possibly knock it out? Well, there are ways, right? You have to just do it in 2 moves, or in 2 turns. There's no 1-hit knockouts anymore with those VMAXs, and it can be good, it can be bad. With healing that we have right now, right, I think it's gonna be really tough to beat them, but definitely it will add something really cool to to the whole game. As you can see, we got a VMAX Fall. That's another attack for 3 colorless. It says 60 plus, and this attack does 30 more damage for each of your benched Pokemon. So it's similar to Zoroark, right? So I've counted. So you can do 5 mods. It's 100. That's 15 plus 60, 210 damage if you have a full bench with the VMAX. So slightly more, 10 damage more than Meow, but it 40 more HP, and this is huge. So again, Welder on both of those cards, Welder just fuels them like that. Can you do it? You can evolve it during your turn 2. Yeah, there's nothing that says you can't. So imagine this, turn 2, you just slap that VMAX, get that fantastic Welder, and you're set and done. Not even with like Snorlax, but if we go back, like if we literally would go back to this, if we would go back to Meow, this is like 200 damage turn 2 coming. And I know you might say, oh yeah, but there are decks that are doing that already. Yes, but none of these cards have 300 HP. Well, with Meow, the thing is that you can actually knock it out with Reshazad, but you have to have 6 energies on the board, which again, you don't always want to have, or and that's a GX attack, that's 1 per game. What if they're gonna slap another VMAX? Well, there's another 300 something HP guy on the board that hits for a lot with some spread damage. It's crazy to me. It's honestly crazy that we're right now in this scenario. Like honestly, I did not thought we will see. I'm gonna put them like side by side. We will see something like that. I do hope there's a rule that you can only have 1 VMAX on the board or in a deck. That would be cool. Or the effect or the evolution only lasts 3 turns. But if it would do that, well, the problem is the setup for it, right? Because you have it and then someone plays a judge, reset stamp you. It will be super weird. But what do you guys think about them? Do you think it's a real power creep and this is a problem? Or you'd be like, oh, you know what, I can take that. Because honestly, I do think that is a power creep. And, well, I don't know how good the baby decks should be at this point to deal 340. And this is Snorlax, so definitely you play it with, like, healing stuff. So this is a stall deck. But this is a stall deck. How can you beat a stall deck with 340 HP? I mean, we're going crazy with the health, and I did thought, they're gonna lower it. But right now, like Reshazad, I'm scared. I'm honestly scared what, like Tapu Koko VMAX is going to be. What, Victini VMAX is going to be, because they are really good cards on their own. Like really impressive cards there with, impressive HP. What they're gonna do to that, right? 340, like 400 HP, cards. Well, you can't, like, I'm shocked that they're doing this. Like, I'm shocked, it's going that way, and I don't know. Like, are we going right now into a town where you slap like the biggest guy you have and you just go for it or not? Like, they also showed Zakan and Zamazenta, but I'm going to talk about them tomorrow because I want to dive a little bit deeper into those cards, because I do want to figure out some interactions that the cards have. So I don't want to like slap the news. I want to give also my like super insight. So what do you guys think about those two? I want to hear, really want to hear your opinion, because that is super important to me. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more news, more Pokemon TCG, and more Raven. Goodbye and good night. Raven loves ya. Bye. Bye.